Hello, everyone. This is Team One. I'm Jennifer Owen.
I'm Karalyn Anastasia.
I'm Richelle Dalaba.
And I'm Kaitlyn Anastasia. Today we're here to present Apple, a legacy of excellence. Started in a garage in 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne, Apple has spent the last 4 decades at the forefront of the technological revolution. We've remained dedicated to providing the world with the best products and services.
In typical Apple fashion, our Q2 results in 2018 were nothing short of expectations. We beat out most analyst estimates of what the company's Q2 results were supposed to be. For revenue, analysts had estimated $60.86 billion, and Apple came in at $61.1 billion. We are averaging an increase of 14% in year-over-year growth. Our earnings per share came in at $2.73 per share, while analysts predicted $2.60 per share. The breakdown of shipments of products were as follows: 52.2 million iPhone products, 9.1 million iPad products, and 4.1 million Mac products. Lastly, our services continue to exceed expectations as well. Our services revenue is averaging an increase of 31% year over year, rolling in at $9.2 billion at the end of Q2.
At Apple, our policy is environment first, transparency first, and Apple first. While profits and revenue are important, we take pride in ensuring that our employees are happy and healthy, as well as being environmentally responsible in every product that we make. We know that when the needs of all of our stakeholders are met, we are better poised to succeed financially. We know it is important that we uphold practices that reflect our dedication to people, products, and the planet.
We know there are a number of topics on our investors' minds these days, so we're going to jump straight into trade. First, know that if the proposed tariffs come to pass, the impact on Apple's revenue, on Apple's profits, will be minimal. As one investor summarized it, it would be akin to a rounding error. That said, Apple is still a steadfast proponent of trade as an avenue to increase prosperity. We have 350,000 Apple manufacturing jobs in China, helping to drive a growing Chinese economy, and disrupting that relationship will benefit no one. With that said, we're also investing $350 billion in the US, creating 20,000 jobs over the next 5 years with our investments in new technical support facilities and data centers. We're also expanding our advanced manufacturing fund to $5 billion and increasing our coding initiatives for K-12 and community colleges. Speaking of China, we're feeling pretty great about China right now. The iPhone X is currently the top selling smartphone in China. We saw a 19% increase in our week-over-week sales in Q4 of 2017, and a 21% increase in each of Q1 and Q2 of 2018. We're increasing our market share in iPad, Mac, and wearables, and in fact, 70% of iPad purchasers and 90% of Mac purchasers are buying an Apple product for the first time. Revenue from other emerging markets outside of China also grew 40% from 2016 to 2017. India right now is the world's second largest smartphone market, and Apple is already dominating the premium sector in that country. While we have a lower market share in the mid-range and more economy models, we're seeing 10 times the profit of our competitors in those areas due to our efficiency and our experience. We're taking those profits and investing them into manufacturing and retail operations in India so that we can continue to make more economical models that we sell there in India and increase our market share in that mid-range market. And the reason that this is so important, our expanding user base worldwide, ties into our next point, which is services.
Apple CEO Tim Cook has referred to services as a large and important source of recurring revenues. In 2017, Apple added more than $4 billion to the services category with a growth of 18% over the year. Apple services include iTunes, the App Store, iCloud, Apple Care, and Apple Pay. Currently, there are 1 billion active Apple users worldwide and 588 million service users. Clearly, this demonstrates that there is still plenty of room for growth in the Apple services sector. For example, Apple Pay is supported by 50% of U.S. retail locations, yet the number of U.S. iPhones with Apple Pay activated is less than 5%. Growth in the services sector has been advantageous to Apple because it has helped in leveraging a growing user base worldwide. An increase in services helps to sell more Apple products and build customer loyalty toward the brand. Additionally, in comparison to Apple's highly seasonal hardware business, services provide a steadier source of revenue year-round, resulting in higher profit margins. Finally, there are no tariffs on services, which also saves the company a significant amount of money. The chart you see here demonstrates the prediction that services will become the primary revenue driver moving forward. According to an investor report released by Morgan Stanley, service revenue will drive Apple's growth over the next 5 years. This will be key to Apple's stock growth. Furthermore, Apple forecasts that services revenue will double by 2020 and will account for 50% of overall revenue.
There is currently an average of 2.6 Apple devices in each home. Because of this, it makes sense that Apple wants to build on this and develop new ways to use the existing devices. One area in particular is within medical devices. Some of the medical uses include detection of Parkinson's disease due to measurable hand tremors through the use of the iPhone, Apple Watch detecting heart abnormalities, and non-invasive blood glucose monitoring through the Apple Watch. In reference to the quote, Apple is fixated on developing our own primary technologies. We analyze every new potential product to see if it would make a significant influence on society. If not, we will not produce it. By using our own primary technology, this can actually serve as a hedging strategy. By applying this outlook, we reduce our reliance on competitors or outside suppliers, protect our proprietary innovations, and we are more self-sufficient. Additionally, by seamlessly connecting our products, it makes them more user-friendly and ultimately drives up the profit. Lastly, the newest piece to the Apple family is within the development of streaming services. This has been made prevalent by the several announcements of our own original deals, including a recent deal with Oprah Winfrey and also a deal with the creators of Sesame Street. The true profit in developing our own streaming service lies in enticing customers into the Apple ecosystem in order to stream their subscribed paid shows on their iPhones, iPads, and Apple TVs, which allows for effortless streaming and connection between the different platforms of products. One of the largest performance measures we've had recently is within our buyback and dividend announcements. In May, we announced an additional $100 billion in buyback and shares. In addition, we will be increasing our quarterly dividend 16%, which increases our cents per share to 73 cents versus the previous 63 cents. The ultimate goal is to become cash net neutral. This means that Apple's cash and debt will be equal in order to bring the overall balance to zero. Ultimately, this will mostly benefit the investors by delivering higher dividends.
In conclusion, there's a reason that Apple is currently the highest valued company in the world. True to Apple's legacy, we continue to make great products and great tools for people the way we always have. The future of Apple is bright, and you're going to want to be a part of it. Thank you.